Hey, a short, well, not so short, 5-minute quickie, all about something that happened today that taught me that the things we do here, or one particular thing, really, really works. And it demonstrated this morning, that it does. I'm sharing it with you now, okay? Have a listen after this. Hey, welcome to the Personal Development Unplugged podcast with me, Paul Clough. And this is an FMQ, a 5-minute quickie podcast, which never lasts 5 minutes. It always goes a little bit longer. But it's a chance for you and I just to muse, to think of a subject, to talk about it for a few minutes, and then spend time thinking, seeing how it would change our life if we maybe developed it a little deeper. And maybe sometimes these 5-minute quickies will go into a longer podcast where we can dive deeper and produce processes, hypnosis processes, NLP processes. Don't worry about the names. They're just processes for making our life and your life absolutely better. Getting rid of anxiety, fear, all those other hang-ups and issues that we have, and have the life we deserve and make dreams come into reality. Quicker, bigger, better than you could ever dream of. But they're the longer podcasts, and this is a 5-minute quickie where we break down the complicated into simple, because in simplicity there's genius, and that's what we do here. So if you want to just think for a little while, see what happens, see what resonates inside you, and when it does, you go change the world.
This is Personal Development Unplugged with Paul Clough.
In simplicity, there is genius.
In simplicity, there is genius.
Hey, my friends, I wanted to share something with you. Something happened to me this morning. And, well, let's go back to what I'm thinking about. You know, I talk about stopping and pausing, just as something to do to either interrupt a pattern that you're doing, or just to reset. So you stop and you take a breath, you look around the world, you pause your life for 30 seconds and just breathe, look around, you're back in the present. And then you start again. And you can stop and pause whenever you like. So I've done podcasts on this before. I'll probably do them on again. But this morning, I was writing in my journal and I was pretty relaxed. And then something happened. Somebody gave me some information that just triggered off. Well, it wasn't pleasant because it triggered off a little bit of anger in me. I was frustrated. I got, and I said a few things and I got really, really quite upset about it. Not really upset, but you know, it was completely different from the mood I was in. And I was angry. And the thing is, I said these things. And to be honest, when I look back at them, they didn't really make a lot of sense. Because that's what happens, isn't it? We get into that foveal vision. Everything is on that one particular thing. But I went back. I took a sip of coffee. I wrote in my journal, back again. Breathe, I said to myself. I don't know why I wrote breathe, but I went breathe. And I did. And do you know what? During that few seconds, maybe 15 seconds of having a cup of coffee, writing breathe and breathing, something changed inside me. I just got nice and quiet. And I thought, hang on a minute. Here's a better way to go about this problem. Yeah, have a look at this. And I went and had a look at a diary. This is interrupting my diary, you see. And I saw something. And I thought, well, yeah, I'll just have to get this person to change this, this, and this, and everything will be sweet. Oh, how weird is that? It was the stopping, the pausing, maybe that cup of coffee, maybe me writing, breathe, giving me the written instruction to stop and pause for the moment. But in that moment, it was enough to break that pattern, interrupt that pattern of anger. But more importantly, I was able to access other information, think about things differently. And in a split second, things changed. And when I explained the alternatives that I wanted to have done to make things work better, I said it in a calm way. Whereas before I'd been loud, aggressive maybe, because I was upset. But this time I talked very rationally, calmly, and it just seemed to work. So that tells me what we're talking about in stopping and pausing and just taking a moment to breathe is a wonderful pattern interrupt. But more importantly to me today was I can do it. Because there's a lot of times I don't. In fact, I've been thinking and writing in my journal about if only I could employ more often the things I know. Because I know a lot of stuff, but I also think I don't use a lot of that stuff. Because if I did, I wouldn't have that little outburst. But the mere fact that I can look back and go, I did that. And I even made a note about it so I can look back at that and remind myself, maybe explain what I'm doing, because I'm trying a new process that I learned from this young lad on YouTube. And if it works, I'll pass it on to you. But it was just this thing that, hey, what you're doing, Cluffy, works, and you actually stopped yourself. You actually put into operation, implemented the processes that you know. And this particular process, well, it wasn't magic, but the result was magical. And it's so simple. And we know now that in simplicity, there is genius. You don't have to make things, complicated, long, tedious. They just have to be simply the best. And then act upon it. And then, just like I'm doing now, sharing it, because by me sharing it with you, I'm getting it into my brain and my neural pathways again. I've got to remember it. I've got to tell you about it. I've got to make sure I know and understand what I did. And also congratulate yourself with a bit of gratitude, because I wrote in my journal, thanks. I gave gratitude. Said to my unconscious mind, this is good. Because I know now that I can do it again. And I think my unconscious mind will help me with that now, because it's a better way to be, more calmer. We got things done. I felt a lot better by it. A little smiley face came in my journal. So I just wanted to share that with you, because it's good to share, but it's a real life thing. And if we catch things in the moment, they can be the most powerful things. Even though they can be the most simple thing or simplest of things, they can be the most powerful. So I just wanted to share it with you so you too can do the same, or look to do the same, or see what similar things that you could do to interrupt, call it a negative emotion or a negative, inappropriate behavior, and change the way you act, react, behave, and be and do. And then learn from it, carry on. Anyway, that's me. I've shared it with you. You want to share this podcast, you know what to do. Share it with everyone you know. And if you've got any feedback, that's the email, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. But until next time, friend, I'll see you then. Time to fly. Bye-bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.